Folks, it's Larsen Halleck, your certified personal trainer, and this is the rebirth of the Fail Order catalog. So much so that I've given it a couple of new names. Kung Fail for the martial arts, Fail Order Workout for the fitness instructionals. Today we're looking at one of the all-time great, possibly the greatest exemplar of the martial arts fraud. Ashida Kim, aka Radford Davis. He's got all the hallmarks of the martial arts fraud. The fake Asian name, notably mixing a Japanese forename and a Korean surname, the bad teaching, the monetary fraud, the false claims of ability, the complete and utter inability to ever show himself fighting for real. But rather than just telling you all that, how about I show you instead? Okay, so it's 0 seconds in and I already hate this because of its terrible film quality. We got a target and Ashida just jumped in front of it. Do I start shooting now? So he stands there, and he stands there, and he stands... what? Somebody's shooting... What? But there's no bullet holes. Wait a minute. Ashida Kim is literally just playing bullet sound effects and pretending to dodge them. Oh, come on. He dodged like a full second after the bullet sound effect. How bad do you have to be at martial arts to fail at dodging an imaginary bullet? What the? He is literally claiming he can catch bullets. Do I even need to say anything about this? Something you'll notice throughout this video is that Mr. Kim seems to be under the impression that he genuinely has magical powers, but don't take my word for it.
Another meaning for ride the wind means to use your mind, to be able to think, to be able to reason things out. And of course, the third meaning of ride the wind means to be able to float and to levitate.
So one definition of riding the wind is literal, the other is entirely irrelevant. Wow, Radford is actually capable of getting into the lotus position. I'm actually fairly impressed considering he looks like he would die of a heart attack if he ran a mile. Yeah, your ass is quite clearly still on the floor. Even if this was legitimate, this is a pretty loose definition of riding the wind. Sitting still barely above the floor, with the wind. So then this guy comes, which is also impressive to me since I wasn't aware Ashida had any friends. He put the hula hoop under Ashida's leg, he twists it, and then he doesn't pass it cleanly through the other side. He kind of cops out and just pulls it at a 90-degree angle. Noticeably twisting the hula hoop, might I add. You mean the Tao?
This is the hand of friendship. This is the fist of death.
No, that's actually not anything from Taoism or any philosophy, really.
Together, they form the way.
Kind of. You see, the fist actually represents brute force and power, and the palm represents control and harmony. Power being tempered by control and prudence, in other words. So, I mean, I guess I'll throw him a bone since it's probably the closest he comes to getting something right in this. Yeah, even if that ball wasn't hanging on a painted fishing line, how is this at all relevant to martial arts? Unless you are, in fact, Lightning from Big Trouble in Little China and you're going to rocket that ball into Kurt Russell's stomach, I don't see how little rubber balls are going to help you fight anybody.
The way that can be told is not the eternal way.
Yay, Ashida read the first page of the Tao Te Ching. He's right, kids. If you want to learn basic sleight of hand magic tricks, you gotta figure it out on your own.
Ever desireless, one can see the mystery. Darkness within darkness. The gate to all mystery.
Psh, that's nothing. In the Kung Fu school I went to, we learned real magical powers.
See, in Kung Fu, you learn total body control. So much so that you can sever and reattach your limbs and not feel pain. Observe.
Hey Ashida, why don't you ninja yourself up some better visual effect? So in this next video, Ashida is discussing iron body techniques. By the way, I'm sure that ninjas wore balaclavas all the time. So then it cuts to this guy just beating the shit out of himself with a shinai. It actually looks pretty legit, although I can't speak for sure what that shinai is made out of, and I also don't think that's Ashida Kim. However, I'll give a pass to whoever this man is. And now I realize he's wearing a mask. It's so we don't notice that the guy hitting himself was somebody different. I don't seem to recall having to hump the floor when I studied Kung Fu, and I think I would remember that. This is actually the volume this footage was filmed at. I have no idea what he's saying. Oh God. Anyway, this video goes on. He digs a few holes, he jumps out of the 2-foot hole as if that's supposed to impress somebody, and then he digs some more holes, jumping out of progressively deeper holes. Ashida, you do know that there are ways to practice vertical leaps without having to dig up your mom's backyard, right?
Next technique in Ninjutsu invisibility.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see this. Alright, to be fair, and bad puns aside, even Ashida Kim is not that obtuse. He's saying that you can move in a way that's out of the enemy's frame of vision, thus you are functionally, albeit not literally, invisible. It's still a load of shit, though. I mean, come on, the guy is literally standing there for 2 whole seconds without moving.
Best way to practice this blinding technique is one of the hallmarks of Ninjutsu.
No, my shotgun is of no use against this flower onslaught. Oh well, Ashida did lethargically lift his knee into the guy's face, so it makes sense now. Kinjite, the crappy Charles Bronson move, the Forbidden Fist, yeah. So here's Ashida again doing the one Tao Lu that he knows.
Composed of 27 of the deadliest poison hand techniques ever devised, each one of which is guaranteed to kill, cripple, or maim.
Well, if you hit him with 27 deadly strikes, that's a bit redundant, isn't it? Oh, please, I've had massages that were more forceful than those attacks.
3 simultaneous strikes. This illustrates the principle of simultaneous attack and defense.
You clearly defended first and then attacked, so already your thesis has disproven itself.
Hitting on the bicep, numbing the arm by attacking the brachial artery and the brachial nerve, driving the chin back with the palm heel strike, snapping the neck and causing a whiplash type injury. Then the hand drops forward, rakes down across the eye, blinding the opponent. Next technique, left tiger claw comes forward, strikes on the ear.
So at this point you've basically committed like 5 homicides on one man. But keep going. You can set a record for the most consecutive life sentences.
Behind the head, knee strike, the chest, elbow strike to the back, and you take him down with the arm line. Break the elbow, shuto, sword hand chop. Break the shoulder with another sword hand chop. Chop once again to the back of the neck, snapping the neck. Jump up, stomping on the spine, stomping on the back of the neck. Double tiger claw to the head, jerk his head up, breaking his neck, smashing his face into the mat. Grab him by the hip and shoulder, roll him over. Another double dragon stomp to the belly, to the chest. And a knee drop, crushing his chest. Double tiger claw, ripping off any remaining flesh. Reverse tiger claw, tearing the face away. Palm heel strike, crushing the skull. Step off, and finish.
Also, is it just me, or does Ashida look like the clumsiest man in the world when he's doing his double dragon stomps? And yeah, for the record, Billy and Jimmy Lee would kick this guy's ass. Well, that was the forbidden knowledge of Ashida Kim. Do I need to say anything else? The man is a fraud, a charlatan, a coward with delusions of grandeur, and frankly, any man who had read a book titled The Amorous Adventures of Me deserves to get a punch in the cock. But if you want to deliver that dick punch, you gotta pay him $35,000. And you get nothing whether you win or lose. In other words, that ensures nobody will ever fight him for real. I've linked my Patreon in the video description in case anybody wants to help me get that $35,000 to fight Radford Davis. Otherwise, I'm Larsen Halleck. Keep on training.